Hey, and welcome to Math with Marcus. This is a question about multiple representations of portions. It was actually classwork that we were doing today in class, and it involved this ratio problem arranging Fizzy Orange drink from least orangey to greatest to most orangey. And the first one was done for us, so 1/4 of the mixture is orange. Is this picture, which is 2/8 here, which is equivalent to 1/4. That's why they're connected here. And from that, we did this in class. We found that 1/4 was equal to 25 hundredths, which is equivalent to 25%. So I wanted to do the next couple. So this is that 2/3 of the mixture is soda. So if I look here, I see that if we kind of break this in half, that 2 out of the 3 parts are soda, so those match. And for every orange, so for every orange here, there are 2 sodas. So those 3 cards match. So what fraction is this? Well, I see that 2/3 are soda, which should mean that 1 out of 3, so 1/3 is orange. Or this picture is 2/6 as well. But I'm going to use the 1/3 because it's simpler, it's simplified. So if you didn't know what the decimal equivalent of 1/3 is, we could use division. We could use division to find this decimal. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to say that 1/3 is equivalent to 1 divided by 3. And to do that, let's do 1 divided by 3. And we would now say, how many times does 3 go into 1? Well, it doesn't. 3 is larger than 1. So we're going to put a decimal, put a 0 down. Bring a 0, and then bring the decimal point up. Now we're asking ourselves, how many times does 3 go into 10? And how many groups of 3 can I make out of 10? And that's 3 groups of 3. 3 times 3 is 9, with 1 left over. If we have a remainder, we can add a 0 and bring it down. 3 goes into 10 3 times. 3 times 3 is 9. 1 left over. And you should start noticing a pattern that this is going to keep being this pattern of 3s and 9, remainder 1. So this is going to continue on forever. It will never end. It will keep being 3s. So how we write this is we write this as a repeating decimal, 0 and 3/10, but repeating. So 0.3 repeating. So that's our decimal equivalent. Now, percent, you want to think about, okay, well, what percentage is this? Remember that percents are always out of hundredths. So if I look at the hundredths place, that's 33 hundredths. So that's going to be 33%. So another trick is moving the decimal place twice. So once, twice, we'll turn it into a percentage. So 33.3, and then it's going to be 3 repeating. So we're going to put the repeating symbol over it. So that's that one. Now we're going to look at this one, and this ratio is a 3-to-5 ratio, right? This is 3 orange to 5 soda for a fraction of 3 out of 8 total. So 3 orange is 3 parts out of 8 total, and that doesn't simplify. So if I was going to do that one, let's do it down below. So 3/8 is equivalent to 3 divided by 8, and 3 divided by 8, and we say how many times does 8 go into 3, or how many groups of 8 can I make out of 3 things? You can't make a group of 8, but if I make the pieces smaller and make it into 30 pieces instead of 3, we do. 8 goes into 30 almost 4 times, so 3 times 8 is 24. With a remainder of 6. So since we have a remainder, let's break that up into 60 smaller pieces. 8 goes into 60, 7 times 8, 56. Remainder of 4. So still a remainder, we're going to bring it down. 8 goes into 40, 5 times. 8 times 5 is 40. No remainder, so we are done. If you had to keep going on, I bring it to just one more decimal place, and then I round to the nearest thousandths. So if you do have one that doesn't repeat or doesn't terminate, take it to the 4th one and then round. So this is 375 thousandths. So again, if we were building this, this would be 3/10, which would be 30%. 7/100ths would be the 1%ers, and then we would have the 5/1000ths as 0.5 or 0.5%. Let's call it there. All right. Have fun with the rest, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. So thanks for joining me, and I'll catch you around.